Storytime on the worst influencer I've ever met. Now, if you guys do not know who that is Alexis. I started seeing her content when she posted a video when I was involved in a little scandal with Capri and Piper. Her content about me was performing really well, so we decided to communicate about, doing content together. So this is when me and the group organized a group trip together. And when that group trip happened is when we all started seeing problems with her. And I'm going to start this off with my side. Okay, I arrived to LA, so does Takis, and everybody else is still coming through. Then I go to the place that I was supposed to be staying at. So it was an apartment, but it wasn't my apartment. It was somebody's apartment that I was paying to stay there. Shortly after, Alexis arrives and she comes to my spot with her cousin. Keep in mind, I do not know her cousin. I never told her it was okay for her to bring her cousin, anything like that. Keep in mind, her cousin is from the UK, she is not an influencer, and she doesn't have any money, which is what I was told by her and her cousin. And first off, why would you come to LA with no money? That's just like the most, it's okay. And this is where the first issue comes in. Alexis leaves, her cousin stays at my spot, and her cousin basically explains to me how she has no place to stay, no money, anything like that. So me being a decent human being, I'm like, okay, I mean, you could stay here, but still, I don't have any permission from, the person that owns this apartment. So it's like, what, I might get in trouble for you, but, it is what it is. So her cousin, who I didn't know, ends up sleeping over, no problems after that, up until we had to pay for things. So, I was paying for this spot, she wasn't paying any of it, and we were paying for Ubers, splitting them, but her cousin and Alexis wouldn't be pitching in. And we know Alexis has money, so why wouldn't she be pitching in? But that doesn't even compare to any of the things that I'm about to tell y'all. Next day rolls around, and this is when we're starting to make content and do lives together. Except, it wouldn't be on TikTok, it would be on Twitch. And when me and Alexis were off cameras, everything was cool up until we started doing that content and going on live. And when we would do that, Alexis would receive a lot of attention from these clips that people would put, get from my lives and stuff like that. But I'll be receiving the hate, which, I wasn't really mad because hate doesn't really affect me, but it was all a part of the plan. It was a clout stunt. Guys, I'm not actually like that. All of those clips, not real. That is not how I actually am. And so with her receiving a lot of attention, this is what built up most of her fan base. And since she was doing so good on social media, as well as we were all super happy for her, and we were all happy up until she started asking everybody in our friend group how our numbers were, how our profile views were, how our, followers, how much we're growing, this and that. Why are you asking us these questions if we're supposed to be friends? You're not our man.